Katie Rich from Second City is
Hello.
with us. Hi.
Hi, Len.
Let Them Eat Chaos is now playing.
Yes, it is.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to.
You will.
Very soon.
You're very supportive of us.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm there probably 4 or 5 times a year.
A week.
So, JD, ask your question.
Can I be on? Can I be on?
Ask Katie
So,
your,
yeah, Let Them Eat
question.
Chaos.
Yes.
No, I didn't mean this. I meant that.
Okay.
So this, how long is this going to run? What's
It's
the
an
deal with
open
it?
run.
Which means?
It's an open run, which means we keep going as long as you guys
As
keep
long as
coming.
people like it.
Yeah.
And what's the cutoff? What do you tell? You show up sometime, there's 10 people there, you think, well, it's time
There's
to move
never
on?
10 people there. Never. Never less than 300. I don't get out of bed for less than 300 people.
Well, do you know what the record is for the longest run for a show?
I think 2 years. I think between Barack and A Hard Place.
That was a
ran
great
for
one.
about 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
So we're going to get JD and his wife Lori,
You
his
have to
daughters to come to Second
Absolutely.
City.
How old are your daughters? You don't even know.
Put me under that kind of
Busted.
pressure. They're
Busted.
24, 22, 18.
Okay,
-ish.
so it'll be appropriate for them.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Thoughtful of you.
Yeah, got to.
Pablo Sandoval has cued 1 foul. So you told me this is a dream come true before
It
we
is.
went on the air. Why is this a dream come true?
My family are lifelong diehard Cubs fans, even though we're Southsiders.
Oh, we
And
like hearing that.
Yeah, we are Southsiders, but we are lifelong Cubs fans, and so to be up here, where Harry Carey almost fell out many days, is really a dream come true.
So you have a Twitter handle at the Second City.
Yeah.
Who actually tweets?
I don't know, some guy.
We'll find out.
I'm Katie Mary Rich. That's my Twitter handle.
Okay.
If you want to follow
So
me.
you have a fun gig, though, right? You show up every night and you just make people
It's a
laugh.
great gig. It's a great gig. You guys aren't doing too bad either, though. Let's be honest.
We're pretty fortunate.
You're pretty fortunate.
I would agree. There's a line out. Sandoval hit it hard right at Steve Clevenger. All right, we're going to bring your colleagues in.
My friends?
And I would tell you to keep it down, but I think it's impossible to tell this group to keep it down, right?
No.
They're just
There's no way.
bursting at the seams.
We just have to be ourselves.
That's right. Well, have a great time, Katie.
Thank you, Len.
Great to
Thank
see
you so
We
much.
look forward to
So nice
checking
to
out
meet
Let
you.
Them
Thank
Eat
you.
Chaos at Second City. There's Buster Posey. And he takes a strike.
So Steve Clevenger getting the start down there at third base for the first time. It's been quiet for him all of a sudden. The last 2 hitters have hit rockets in his direction. He's made plays on both of them. Most guys would tell you they'd prefer to get a little ground ball early in the game just to settle in, but he sat out there for 5 innings without having to handle anything, and then rocket off the bat of Scutaro to end the 6th, and this line drive from the Panda here to start the 7th.
Where'd you go, partner? I can't see you.
I'm over here amidst the chaos.
0-2 pitch is outside, and Posey held up.
You did. There's the gang getting ready.
Getting ready. And I don't know if I've been to a Second City show where they haven't made some Cub references. Definitely Cub socks. That's always a part of it. Makes it fun. Change up, tap toward third. Clevenger with his toughest play of the day. 2 outs. Posey's still hitless in the series.
A couple of ground balls to short for Posey prior to this swing of the bat. He rolls over on another good changeup from Villanueva, able to throw that ball to his glove side down and away. Very effective pitch, and Clevenger making his 3rd consecutive play.
Ball 1 on Hunter Pence.
That changeup there was a little dangerous. Drifted back to the inside part of the plate. So it could be problematic for you.
Curveball low and outside. 2-0. It's James Russell.
Worked an inning yesterday and struck out the side. Good try. Maybe just a little bit down. That pitch appeared to be on the plate, maybe low. And then again, maybe not.
Crosses the plate. Pretty good. 3-1 on Pence. Castro coming in. Stretch time with Second City.
Today's guest conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, cast members of the Second City.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. On 1, on 2, on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
The 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass always in moderation.
This spring, Feldco is proud to unveil our new star, the ultimate energy-efficient window. We invite you to meet our stunning new window and get 2 windows for the price of 1.
That's right. Get 2 windows for the price of 1 with this special introductory offer and no money down financing.
2 windows for the price of 1 won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Time now for our Xfinity high-speed action. Home runs today have been the difference. De Jesus and Castro each with their first of the year, coming off the perennial Cy Young contender Matt Cain.
A day in which pitching has dominated. A couple big swings of the bat, providing the difference.
Both starters still working. Well, Kyuji Fujikawa has just started to play catch out in the Cubs bullpen. Cain already over 100 pitches. You like changeups. This has been your day.
Yeah. A lot of hitters out on that front foot today. was a big pitch for Kane in his perfect game against the Astros.
Worked vertically in the strike zone there, and he gets to Jesus for his 6th punch out.
Change up down, heater up. Change speeds, change eye levels.
And that changeup has made Villanueva and Kane's fastballs, 89, 90, maybe 91, look like 95 at times. Jesus was clearly late on that pitch.
Yeah, and I think that's a little bit of a with Kane, there's a little bit of a misunderstanding. People, think of him as a guy who just blows gas, and he's not. He's not throwing 95 miles an hour. His average velocity is right around 91 miles an hour, which is right around big league average. But it's the good changeup, and it is the explosive nature of that fastball.
Slider, a cutter for a strike. 0-2.
Get plenty of swings and misses. He's just a good, solid pitcher. 4-pitch pitcher who knows how to use all of those pitches.
Jerked in the left. Blanco will leave his feet and make the grab. He robs Castro of a hit.
Blanco's a center fielder playing a corner outfield position. He can really go get him. Here's the catch to rob the base hit from Castro. And now let's take a look back at that perfect game back in June against the Astros of last season. That's Melky Cabrera.
Rizzo fouls back.
And this is the Blanco catch.
Yeah, there's the Blanco catch.
That was unbelievable. One of the best catches of the year. When you consider the circumstances, makes it even that much more special.
Rizzo.
He's been befuddled today. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and he's just been in between all day long. The fastball changeup combination that Kane has featured has just had Anthony twisted up in knots here. With 2 strikes, trying to take a little quieter approach. Not as much bat waggle that time. A little quieter with the lower body. Just trying to hit a solid line drive somewhere. Be willing to take your medicine, change your approach a little bit when you're struggling and you're down in the count.
Contact, but it'll be caught by Blanco. Well, the 22nd perfect game in Major League history. June 13th, 2012 in San Francisco. Cubs lead 2-0.
On the ground, Arias from deep third, got him! And that's a perfect game. And the Giants mobbing Matt Cain on the pitcher's.
Just when you thought you had experienced performance, a new ride comes along and changes everything. The 2013 Lexus GS with the dynamically tuned suspension and adjustable drive modes. Because the ultimate expression of power is control. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Look at them kids. They have no idea what it was like before U-verse high-speed internet.
Yeah. You couldn't just stream movies to a device like that.
One time, I'd wait half a day to watch a movie.
You watch movies? I was lucky if I could watch a show.
Joe, man, I was happy to see a sneezing panda clip.
Trevor, have you eaten today? You sound a little grumpy.
Connect all your Wi-Fi enabled devices with UVerse high-speed internet. Rethink possible.
Refreshment calls. Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Are you looking for a way to make your business stand out from the competition? Host your best customers and guests in a private suite at Wrigley Field. The Nuveen Investment Suites can accommodate anywhere from 15 to 55 guests. They include food, all-you-can-drink beverages, and parking. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites. or call 773-404-4200.
Underway in the 8th as Brandon Belt rolls foul. A couple of quick changes as the Cubs try to improve their defense. Valbuena goes from second to third to replace Steve Clevenger, and Alberto Gonzalez spells Valbuena at second. Carlos Villanueva has outpitched Matt Cain to this point. And on a day with a wind blowing straight out, he's held the Giants to 2 hits with 3 base runners.
2 men have reached scoring position for the Giants today. And Single stole second in the 5th. Crawford walked in the 6th and was sacrificed the second by Matt Cain. He's not made many pitches from the stretch position today.
Camp and Russell just in case here in the 8th. We saw Fujikawa play catch earlier.
Yeah,
it might just be that that's his routine.
Yeah, I think it is. You know, like bench players who might be called upon to pinch hit, like to go up into the clubhouse and stretch their legs, take some swings in the middle innings of a game. I think Fujikawa likes to, for lack of a better term, pre-warm up. You know, toss it around a little bit.
Fly ball pretty well hit. Left center. DeJesus back on the track. He's got just enough room. Right in front of the vines.
There's certainly some more solid contact from the Giant hitters over the last couple of innings, but it has not hurt Villanueva. The defense has been solid behind him, and it's amazing how that works when the pitching is good and efficient and crisp. The defense usually rises to the occasion as well, and as ugly as yesterday's game was, this one is really a well-played ball game.
Blanco 0-for-2. Imagine Cain is done no matter what. Now his spot due up 4th in this inning. So that 9 spot would only come up if the Giants get a runner on. But he threw 113 pitches in 7 innings. So I would imagine either way, we've seen the last of him today. And he was good. But right now he's trailing.
Yeah, real good.
George Cantos.
I think he feels like he probably got ambushed by DeJesus. It wasn't the terrible pitch that David hit. The hanger that Castro hit was a bad pitch.
On the corner.
Whoop.
As Harry Doyle would say, just a bit outside.
Just reach back for a little something extra there.
Base hit in the right. Blanco turns on a 1-2, and the tying run will come up. It's Brandon Crawford.
Dale Swain bounces out of the Cub dugout. Let's see if he wants his left-hander.
He's calling for James Russell, and Villanueva should get a great hand as he walks back to the dugout. His first home start as a Chicago Cub was a dandy. It's the Honda call to the pen.
You knew this day would come. She's betrayed you with an Intel-powered Ultrabook. Both laptop and tablet. You belong to them now. Good night, old friend. Good night. Out with the old, in with the Ultrabook.
This week, save $100 on this Intel-powered Dell Ultrabook, only at Best Buy.
Just when you thought you had experienced performance, a new ride comes along and changes everything. The 2013 Lexus GS with the dynamically tuned suspension and adjustable drive modes. Because the ultimate expression of power is control. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
At OD, whatever business you're in, that's the business we're in. With premium service like one of the best on-time delivery records and a low claims ratio, we do whatever it takes to make your business our business. OD, helping the world keep promises.
It's a Honda call to the pen. Southpaw James Russell, and he will face Crawford, with switch hitting Andres Torres jumping into the on-deck circle behind him.
So far so good for James this year with a 0 ERA. As I mentioned earlier, came into the game yesterday, worked the ninth, 3 up 3 down, 3 strikeouts, all swinging. It was Belt Blanco Noonan that he faced yesterday.
He will check on Blanco. Russell has faced 7 batters and he's retired all of them. He's been so good, his FIP, fielding independent pitching number, is -.17. So that would be like having an ERA of -2.
He's better than a scratch golfer.
Right. Well, when your WHIP is 0 and your ERA is 0, that's pretty good.
A lot of sliders. You see that 79 to 81 miles an hour. He does a nice job of getting on top of the slider and has good depth to it. Good downward break as well as lateral.
Cubs trying to even up this 4-game set. Dropped a 7-6 decision yesterday.
Oh man, it's a good pitch.
Just outside.
Had a hitter thinking about that breaking ball, and you throw that fastball to the outside corner. Painting the edge, just didn't get the call.
Ground ball is going to squeak through. And it'll send Blanco around to third. So Russell allowing his first hit of the year. And the Giants, for the first time today, have 2 on. Bring up Andres Torres, a switch hitter batting right-handed. Back with the Giants after a season with the Mets. He was traded for Angel Pagan. Now they're teammates. He won a World Series with the Giants in 2010, and if it looks like he swings a big bat, it's because he does.
Change up to get things started. Yeah, it's amazing. Most bats, all the bats are roughly the same size. Some just a little bit bigger than it. But when a guy takes a big one up there, it looks huge.
I don't know if that's the 35-33 model or not. He used that for the best span of his career, 09 to 11. Swing and a miss. Then he went to the 34-32 model, 35-inch, 32-ounce. Last year and struggled, so he recently ordered some of the old bigger bats. Russell's 0-2. 1-2. I would doubt there is a Cub player who swings a bigger bat than Alfonso Soriano. He's always had one of those big clubs. Fouled out of play. What did you swing?
Well, man, I'll tell you, I used a, I don't remember what I used. I just thought it was
Whatever
kind of
was
ironic
available?
when they let me make a bat order. I said, really? I'll just use whatever you guys got laying around. No, you can order some bats. I said, really? So I pretended to care.
Going to go inside again on a 1-2. Set up a changeup here. Has been the pitch du jour.
Yep. And keep it down.
They turn it. So that changeup turns into 2 outs, and the inning comes to an end. The Cubs still lead 2-0.
AT&T is talking a lot about its so-called advanced digital network. But when they upgrade you to UVerse, you end up with the same old DSL speed. Xfinity is doubling the speeds on 2 of its fastest internet tiers. That's right, double. So now gaming, downloading, and streaming happen even quicker. Don't fall for UVerse. Xfinity Internet is 4 times faster, period.
Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
Basketball, it's a numbers game. But just listen to these numbers.
1 in 3 adults in this country are at risk of developing diabetes.
1 in 3. Just think about what that looks like in here. Our families, our friends,
our fans.
Let's change those numbers.
Learn your risk factors for diabetes.
Go to dribble2stopdiabetes.com and take the risk test.
It's fast, free, and easy.
Remember, your health depends on you. To learn more, go to dribble2stopdiabetes.com.
The Gerald Auto Group understands the moments that drive your life. And that's why we're committed to you for a lifetime of great driving. We prove this to our customers every day with our exclusive lifetime warranty. And that means you're covered for a lifetime. That's unlimited time, unlimited miles. The Gerald Auto Group has decided on a better way of doing business by committing to a lifetime with our customers. And a lifetime of great driving is waiting for you. Visit Gerald Auto at any of our great locations in North Aurora and Naperville.
Sports Talk Live, tonight at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi, I'm
David Kaplan with a Sportsnet Central update. Blackhawks and Red Wings take to the United Center ice tonight. You can catch that game right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Pregame coverage starts with Sports Talk Live at 5:30, leading up to the puck drop at 7:30 with Pat and Edzo. At the Masters today, first-round leader Sergio Garcia fires a 4 over par. He's 4 shots now behind current leader Mark Leishman. Tiger lurking, just a shot back after the final out. Holly will be here. Todd Hollinsworth with me for the postgame show. Now back to Len and my bald brother JD at the ballpark.
Thanks, Cap.
It's a very tight fraternity.
MLB.com @bat is the #1 source for live baseball everywhere you go. Available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. @bat delivers Cubs baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, news, highlights, and more. Text @bat to 31826. Or visit Cubs.com for details. Chicago area native and a product of Northwestern, George Contos. An under-the-radar acquisition from the Yankees last year in April and became a big part of their World Series champion bullpen.
Pitched 44 times for the Giants last year, effectively 2-1, low ERA, better than a strikeout per inning.
Big double play ball for the Cubs to get out of the top of this inning.
Swaim did a little juggling with his infielders there, got his best defensive alignment, and it paid off. Clevenger was up to the task, the plays he had to make. Feel more comfortable with what he had going there last inning with Valbuena over at third and Gonzalez at second, and that's the tandem that paired up to turn that double play. It's a good day for the manager, right? When you do that, your decision pays off like that.
Soriano with that big bat able to hold up. He's got strong wrists.
Yeah, that's why he can pull that outside pitch too.
Like that. Pulled it too much. Contos attended Niles West High School. He's from Lincolnwood. Later went to Northwestern. 5th round pick of the Yanks in 06. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tuesday, learn what it's like to come up the Cubs way with the Foundation Kane County Cougars. The new web series exclusively on CSNChicago.com takes you inside the Cubs single-A affiliate. See the first step on the road to Wrigley in the premiere webisode Tuesday on CSNChicago.com. Light missed once again. As we play the bottom of the 8th. A strike on Scherholtz.
Well, Giants have top of the order coming up in the 9th. Dale Swaim wouldn't mind a little insurance run or two here. Fujikawa, Reddy's in the Cub bullpen. It's a nasty slider there. You can tell the weather's getting a little warmer. Lester Strode down there, he's not wearing that full-length parka anymore. We don't need to give you the weather report. We just get shots of Lester every day with what he's wearing, and then you know.
No count on Sherholtz. Fly ball for Pence. Giants have only been shut out once this season. That was on opening day. You may remember Clayton Kershaw was pretty good on April 1st. 4 hits shutout, and he hit a home run.
Yeah, that was a game started by Matt Cain as well.
He didn't give up a run in 6 innings that day. Got a no decision. Contos took the loss. How about the starting pitcher hitting a game-winning homer in the 8th inning?
That's taking matters into your own hands. Rick Wise once pitched a no-hitter and hit 2 home runs in the same game. If players ever had a better day at the ballpark. Aptly nicknamed the Owl Man, Rick Wise. Very good pitcher for a long time.
Sinker comes right back over the outside edge. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss on a good slider. Contos with a 1-2-3. We will head to the 9th. Fujikawa against the top of the Giants order to try to close them off.
Kelley Blue Book says Nissan Rogue is designed to stand out from the competition. Bet Honda and Toyota never saw that coming. Nissan Rogue with class exclusive around you monitor. Save up to $4,000. Shop at choosenissan.com.
Extra mile to take care of the one you've got, and it could go the extra 100,000. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Keep your car running newer, longer. Firestone.
Call Luna now. Flooring product costs are 70% off.
Luna! You're hired. Hey, can you do 70% off the noise?
773-202 Luna.
Road and Track called Sentra an economy car, minus the look and feel of an economy car. Wonder how Civic and Corolla look and feel about that. The all-new Nissan Sentra with best-in-class MPG, leased for $149 per month. Shop at choosenissan.com.
Cubs fans, get ready for an exciting finish. Brought to you by New Finish Car Polish and the #1 rated scratch remover, Scratch Doctor.
Tuesday, the Cubs welcome some familiar faces back to Chicago. A.J. Przinsky, Giovanni Soto, and the Texas Rangers will pay a visit to the north side. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Sportsnet Central. Don't miss Cubs and Rangers Tuesday night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Also check out the Audi Legends suite on the Nuveen Investment Suite level. Watch the game with a former Cub and listen to classic stories about life as a Cub with a luxury food and beverage package and a unique gift for each guest. The Audi Legends Suite is the most exclusive way to watch a Cubs game. For more info, visit Cubs.com/suites. Closer time. It's Kyuji Fujikawa facing the Giants for the first time.
UG settling in now as the closer. He's 2 for 2 in those situations. During the third innings, 5 hits. He's got Pagan, Scudero, Sandoval, and should anyone reach Buster Posey. So he's up against it here, but he's got that 2-run cushion. 4-seam fastball, split finger pitch, his primary weapons.
Here we go. Fastball gets away from him. 4-1. Look, 2 bad ones. You wonder about a grip issue as he rubs up a new ball. That's what he does with that right arm. He gets in a set position. He should lift it here. No, he didn't. Well, he does that. A riser misses. 3-0.
You tell yourself, whatever you do, don't walk that leadoff man, and next thing you know, you're down in the count 3-0.
That'll get him locked in. 3-1.
Down 2, I would not be surprised to see Pagan taking all the way here.
He swings away and lifts it down the left field line. Soriano is there to make the catch. Big first out, especially after that 3-0 start.
I'm a little bit surprised Pagan swung there on 3-1 down 2. I mean, he swung at a strike. Can't fault him there, but 3-1 fastball and he was late on it. A little stiff maybe, Fujikawa, with all that twisting he's doing out there.
That little maneuver right there, he had been doing it just about before every pitch. Stretching out that right arm. Ball 1 to Scudero. He's grounded out all 3 times. Right down Main Street, 1-1.
Two, 3, 4 hitters in the Giant lineup collectively have not reached base today. Until now.
Scudero will reach at least second. Will not take any chances. Down 2, and that'll bring up Sandoval. First extra base hit for the Giants.
Trying to go down and away with a fastball. You see it drift back to the inner third of the plate. A good short stroke by Scudero, and that's why he's been so tough to strike out over the years. Doesn't overswing. Solid line drive hitter, and now the Giants with a couple of chances to tie this ball game with their best home run hitters due up. Sandoval first and then Posey. Rizzo tight to the line at first. Outfielders deep, playing no doubles.
Four-seamer is high.
Swain probably asking himself in the Cubs dugout, will there ever be an easy win this year?
We've had one yet. And even the ones that look to us to be easy wins are not for the manager.
Well, yesterday was setting up as an easy win, and it turned into not only was it not an easy win, it was an L.
1-1 on Sandoval. The kick and the pitch, that gets away, and it actually bounces up into the seats. That is a wild pitch. Really, what happens is Scudero is at this point almost irrelevant. Just get outs.
Yep, it's the race. 3 outs before they get 2 runs, and you're a winner. Because Sandoval handles so many different kinds of pitches in so many locations, he has a tendency to take you out of your game.
Fly ball to right, not carrying much, and it's going to drop for a base hit, and it's 2-1. Boy, at first you're happy that that ball was going to stay in the park, and then you thought, well, Scherholtz might not catch it, and sure enough, it caught enough of the end of the bat to drop for a hit.
It's an off-speed pitch, and he's way out in front of him. And again, we've seen this time and time again with Sandoval. His bat stays in the zone so long. Even when he's fooled, he's able to make contact. And when you make contact, sometimes even weak contact, good things happen. Way off the end of the bat. And if the Cubs aren't playing no doubles there, maybe Scherholtz can come in and make a play on that one. Hard to tell.
So Arias will run for Sandoval. Tying run is on base. Here's Posey. Fastball strike. Kyuji just has not looked that comfortable out there today for whatever reason. Started with 2 really bad misses on fastballs. Eventually came back to get Pagan. He's allowed a double and a single since.
And maybe that's that tossing we saw him do a couple of innings ago was all about. Maybe he's got something barking just a little bit, with tight muscle or a little bit of a knot. And so he got up to play a little catch, and afterwards, I'm just guessing, and then said, okay, yeah, I'm good enough to go. And now that he's out there, it's still bugging him a little bit, perhaps.
One and one on Posey. The pitch, it's low on a splitter. 2-1. You know, he knows as well as anybody, having closed for such a long time in Japan, he doesn't have much more time to get comfortable. He's just got to figure out a way to get through it. I always remember John Smoltz when he became a closer. He said, if I don't have a pitch as a closer, I just have to scrap it. As a starter, I had all kinds of time to get it back. 2-2.
See if he'll chase.
Oh, it hit him. So that will put the tying run in scoring position. I haven't seen Fujikawa, even going back to spring training, struggle with his command like he has today.
Right, and that's the key here. He's just trying to elevate a fastball. He elevates it, but it rides way up and in and drills Posey. puts the tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run on base. And Bosio out and have a chat. Let's see how he goes after Posey here in this sequence. Got ahead of him with an aggressive fastball. Couldn't get him to chase the split finger pitch. And back-to-back tries. Good lively heater for foul off, and then just, again, a lot of times if you're pitching and you just don't feel real fresh and the ball's not coming out of your hand cleanly, you reach back for a little more, you try to hump up and throw harder, and when you do, you tend to fly open and you lose command.
So Bosio and Ryo Shinkawa, the Cubs interpreter, out for that visit. And here comes Hunter Pence. Arias at second, Posey at first. And a one-run game here in the ninth. Here's a look at our AT&T UVerse Multiview. Splitter low. One and one.
Might be the best pitch he's thrown this inning. It's a potential double play pitch there with Pence up there. Get him to roll over. And ball down and away.
Another splitter, this time in the dirt. Couldn't get Pence to fish.
Hunter Pence in the batter's box. It's like a thoroughbred in the gate at the Kentucky Derby. Those fidgety ones that they can't get to settle down in there. They just want to run.
Might set up another splitter. I don't know how you look at this inning, but I think it started with the fact that he wasn't able to locate his fastball. It always starts with a heater, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you can't locate that. It's much easier to lay off those other ones.
I mean, you got a guy in Hunter Pence who will chase that splitter or an off-speed pitch off the plate if you're throwing strikes with your fastball, because now he's got to be ready to hit that fastball and he's got to get started.
Chokes up on that bat. And here comes the 2-2 on the ground. They will try to turn it to end it. Gonzalez to Rizzo, safe. They only get one. Pence really busting it down the line. That last lunge keeps the Giants in the game for the time being.
Yeah, big high hop from Castro and had a long underhanded toss to make. Little stumble out of the box, but he is a tough man to double.
Good call. It was close. Brandon Belt, first and third. Now Castillo becomes really important behind the plate with that splitter. Let one get by you.
Yeah, interesting decision here too for the Cubs, how they defend a potential attempted stolen base by Pence with the tying run on third base. Do you throw through? If you don't, you concede second base to the potential winning run.
Strike, 1-1. Castillo kind of stabbed at it, but they still got the call. And in Wellington's defense, it's been one of those days where Fujikawa's been all over the place. This will be his 25th offering of the inning. Inside. 2-1.
Wow. At times today that has been called a strike.
Giants are going to at least tie it. Arias is in. Tim Flannery's going to send Pence. Gonzalez's relay throw. Safe. Tim Flannery always aggressive at third, and it pays off big time here. And the Giants now lead 3-2.
Yeah, split finger pitch that just didn't do anything but hover right over the heart of the plate. Good strong throw home by Gonzalez on the relay, but Pence chugging down the line along with Tim Flannery. Just does beat that relay.
So the Cubs, who could not hold a 5-0 lead early yesterday, lose a 2-0 lead in the ninth. It's 3-2 Giants, and Fujikawa now trying to limit the damage. Cubs will have Gonzalez, Valbuena, and a pinch hitter in the bottom of the ninth, and it'll be Sergio Romo who's up in the Giants bullpen. Wow. Cubs already on their second closer of the season. Big time struggle for Fujikawa. Two and one.
That's why you can certainly understand the decision to make the change from Marmol to Fujikawa, but I don't think it was the no-brainer. You know, a lot of folks thought this just, you just never know what you're going to get.
Well, I remember Dale saying I just don't want to have this discussion 10 days from now when he did make the change. So the Cubs do get out of the inning, but the Giants did a lot of damage. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. It's now 3-2 on the belt double.
Why do I like this new Buick Verano? It lets me audible.
OnStar, how can I help you?
Orange Barrel, reroute.
Sending new route now.
Love that. Call Papa Bear. Hut hut.
Hey, Peyton, just fired up the grill.
Tune XM60 Outlaw. If you don't know the innovative Verano, then you don't know Buick.
Lease this 2013 Buick Verano with 2 years of scheduled maintenance for around $199 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Hon, gonna go mow the lawn.
Okay. I thought you were gonna...
Done.
Is it some strange phenomenon? Or is it the time-saving ability of the extra-wide 30-inch Toro Time Master?
Call Luna now. Flooring product costs are 70% off.
Luna! You're hired. Hey, can you do 70% off the noise?
773-202. Luna.
I was turned in Djibouti, Africa, 2004.
The Battle of Bataan, 1942.
Fort Benning, Georgia, in 1999.
USAA auto insurance is often handed down from generation to generation because it offers a superior level of protection and because USAA's commitment to serve the military, veterans, and their families is without equal. Begin your legacy. Get an auto insurance quote. USAA. We know what it means to serve.
This Sunday is the series finale against the Giants. Game time 1:20, but make sure you get here early. The first 5,000 children ages 13 and younger get Cubs wristbands, compliments of Chicago athletic clubs. Also, at the conclusion of the game, the first 1,000 children 13 and younger, maybe 2 broadcasters, will have the opportunity to run the bases, or one may walk. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com. Arias stays in and plays third after running for Sandoval. And here's Sergio Romo. He got the save yesterday.
He's got 6 saves already. 6 tries, 6 innings. He's punched out 10. He hasn't walked anybody. That's not news. That's who he is as a pitcher. His strikeout to walk ratio is crazy good.
Deoner Navarro will hit for Gonzalez. Very rough go for Kyuji Fujikawa. 30 pitches, faced 7 hitters, allowed 3 runs.
Here we are, just the 10th game of the season, and there's this dark cloud hanging over the Cubs now. They've let these leads get away. They need a hero. They need something big to happen here in the bottom of the 9th just to change the feel around this ball club.
Carlos Villanueva. He's got a 0.64 ERA and 2 very difficult no decisions. Navarro way up in the air to right. Deep. Back. Gone. Tie ball game.
There's a hero for you.
Deoner Navarro off the bench, and it's 3-3.
Man, did this club need that in the worst way. They've got a little more work to do, but big swing in the bat by Navarro. Off Romo. Inner half fastball. See ya. Big high finish, and our Ford home run replay shows you Navarro tying this ball game with 1 swing of the bat. How much fun is that? Heads up, Len.
Now ball right below our broadcast booth.
Nice play down there, man.
Fujikawa could get a win if the Cubs could get another run here in the 9th. What a ball game.
Buena's had good at-bats all day. Walked. Got ahead of the count, then was intentionally walked, and solid line drive single.
All 3 Cubs runs coming on solo homers by guys who had no homers coming in. De Jesus, Castro, and Navarro.
That is going to send the researchers scurrying to find out the last time that happened.
Two and one.
Buena's checking as well. Posey asked for an appeal, and Buena is calling a sidebar. He wanted to talk about it with the judge too.
2-2.
Romo's one of those guys. He throws a lot of strikes, but not a lot of hittable pitches. He hits corners. He's down around the knees. He's got that frisbee slider. First career pinch home run for Deoner Navarro.
Swing and a miss for the first out. have Brent Lillibridge pinch hitting. Fujikawa. For Navarro, his first career pinch hit home run. Swing and a miss on a slider. It's a good day's work, DeHonor. And Dale is trying to figure out a way to win this game, so it's the move that makes the most sense. However, you have three catchers. Clevenger, remember, started at third. He's out of the game. Navarro just pinch hit. You got Castillo, the catcher, so if Navarro does not remain in, if we go to the 10th, it'll be Castillo or a position player having to don the gear later. Then you get into that big discussion about, who do you save? You save guys for innings that may not occur. Scratching and clawing in the ninth inning, you go with what you got.
You have to. If you have the lead, you tend to preserve your resources in case the other club comes back on you. But when you're down, the sense of urgency, you've got to make every move you can to try to tie the ball game.
Called strike three.
Such good feel for that slider. You can tighten it up a little bit to keep it in the zone. He can start it on the plate and have it slide well off the plate.
DeJesus yesterday doubled off Romo and would end up stranded at second.
The look of a guy who's thinking, I may have just seen the best pitch I'm going to see in this at bat. You're thinking slider, and Romo double crossed him with a fastball. There's a 10th. It'll be Sean Kemp.
Neither team has gone to extras this year, but a strike away from it. Here it is, low and outside. So each closer with a blown save today. Romo had been 6 for 6. Center field, Pagan can't get it. He overslides it, and DeJesus is on with what should be a single.
Third hit of the day for David. Pagan lucky that ball stayed put as he leaves his feet to try to make a play on it, and hits his body and does not get far enough away for DeJesus to get into scoring position. That was off his glove. Off the end of his glove.
Winning run is on base. Romo will throw over. It's a pitch Starlin could not lay off yesterday in the ninth against Romo.
Romo will start you on that outside corner with the slider and then just make it bigger and keep running it further off the plate. And Castro chased one way off in his at bat in the ninth yesterday. And slider again here.
Cubs gave up the lead. Giants got 3 in the top of this inning. Pinch hitter Deoner Navarro with his first career pinch hit home run led off the inning to make it 3-3.
That at bat from yesterday fresh in Castro's mind off Romo, so doing a nice job here laying off those sliders. See if he can maintain that approach throughout this at bat. The only way he's going to get one over Blanco's head and left is to hit it in the seats. Very, very deep. Now, again, the ability to throw that slider to both sides of the plate. That's like Dennis Eckersley. If Romo can do it for about 20 years, maybe he'll be a Hall of Famer. Seagulls out there coming in for their post-game spread. They're going to have to wait a little while, maybe. Don't forget to tip the clubby.
Early bird special here on a Friday. 2-1 on Castro. Fly ball into center. Pagan tracking. Looks back. Can't make the catch. Cubs are going to win it. DeJesus around third. Cubs win. Cubs win.
Let the scrum begin. Boy, did this team ever need this win after letting the lead get away yesterday. Again here this afternoon, they needed a hero, and they had more than one. Navarro, DeJesus, and now Castro combine here in the bottom of the ninth to pull off a big-time, much-needed early season win. He thought he got enough to get it out of here. He did not, but he didn't have to. Pagan pinned up against the wall. Here comes DeJesus. Party on.
All's well that ends well. So the Cubs are first team to get to Romo, who had been perfect, including the save yesterday to start this series. What a wild finish.
What a ball game. Great pitching by the starters for most of the afternoon. Some late drama, big home runs. Happy fans. Hope they enjoyed it in Sweden.
They enjoyed it everywhere, yeah, except for San Francisco. Our GMC professional grade player of the game, we got to go with Carlos Villanueva. 7 1/3. He went into the 8th, 3 hits, no runs. The changeup was great. Everything was great today.
Yeah, for the second consecutive start, Villanueva very, very good. He was in his debut start against Atlanta, and he was masterful here this afternoon. The change of pace, the fastball location, just great sense of how to set up and work over hitters. Really impressive stuff.
Great job today, partner. Now for JD and our entire crew, Len Casper saying so long from Wrigley. The final score, the Cubs 4, the Giants 3. We're back on CSN Interleague play, 6:30 for the pregame on Tuesday as the Rangers come in. And we're not done yet. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live is right around the corner.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan, back in our Comcast Sportsnet studios. Todd Hollingsworth joins me next for Cubs post-game live. We'll recap today's thrilling game against the Giants, including Carlos Villanueva's tremendous performance. Bring you Dale Swaim's post-game news conference. We'll look ahead at tomorrow's game with Jeff Samardzija on the mound. It all comes your way after this very brief timeout. See you there.
You gotta wash your body the manly way, and the freshness will follow you all through your day. It's literally following you everywhere. This could actually be a fairly serious problem. This is not good because he's probably ruining that person's body who he's operating on. This is way more freshness than anyone expected. New Old Spice bar soap, never leave your house again.
We're born explorers, always looking for new places to go and new things to see. New adventures. That's how we fly. Southwest now offers new nonstop service from Midway to Tulsa, starting at $129 one way, beginning April 14th. Book now online, only at southwest.com. We are Southwest. Welcome aboard.
Appreciate it, man. I'm a big fan.
Me too.
This one goes out to a couple friends of mine.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Is saving money better than not saving money?
Yeah!
Okay, if you save enough money, what would you do with it?
I would buy an island made out of candy.
An island made out of candy?
It would be like sand full of sugar.
Sand full of sugar?
The water can be made out of like soda. When you take a shower, it can be made out of like hot fudge.
Ooh.
What about the animals? What would they be made out of?
I'm assuming they'd be made out of candy.
It's not complicated. Saving is better. Switch to AT&T, and your family can save up to $100 a month with Mobile Share.
Cubs Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online, only at southwest.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. AT&T, rethink possible. Xfinity Home, your total home security and home control solution. Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Audi, truth in engineering. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Fly ball into center. Pagan tracking. Looks back. Can't make the catch. Cubs are going to win it. DeJesus around third. Cubs win. Cubs win.
Well, a really dramatic way to win this one. The Cubs had a 2-0 lead with their starter in control. The bullpen gives it up. They trail going into the bottom of the ninth against a closer who's 6 for 6, and they find a way to get it done. Good win. Cubs 4, Giants 3. Hello, welcome to our post-game show presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Along with Todd Hollingsworth, I'm David Kaplan. Before we review this game, let's go out to the ballpark. Our Luke Stuckmeyer is standing by with David DeJesus.
All right, thank you. Here with David DeJesus. David, how
how good was it to win that game? Because it would have been tough to lose it.
Definitely, 2-0 lead going into ninth. We felt comfortable. Fuji coming into the game. They were able to string some good at-bats together, take the lead, but a big homer by Navarro kind of evened it up. My job was trying to get on base. We knew Starlin could do some things with the bat. Got up into the air, pushed it to the wall, and that was the game.
You had 3 hits today. You're also 6 for 15 with 2 homers against Matt Cain. What's your approach against him? Because he's a great pitcher.
Oh, yeah, he's the tops in the game. He's a guy that's going to throw strikes, and you kind of have to be aggressive early on him because he has so many different types of pitches. His changeup's really good, backdoor slider, so I try to get him early and when he's throwing that fastball high.
None of this is possible without the job Carlos did on the mound today. Just talk about the way he performed today. Both starts for him this season have been excellent.
Oh, definitely. He's spotting the ball where he wants to put it. He's mixing his changeup and curveball. So, he looked like he's a top pitcher for us. If we can just keep our pitching staff throwing the way they're throwing, we'll be okay.
Go warm up, enjoy this one, maybe go home and get yourself a green smoothie. What do you think?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
We'll send it back to you.
There you go, Luke. You need a green smoothie. Holly, let's take a look at this victory because we're sitting in the newsroom. We're like, wow, Villanueva looks great.
Yep.
They wriggle off the hook in the 8th with James Russell, and then QJ Fujikawa struggled mightily.
No, he struggled mightily. He really didn't have a split. That's the pitch that ultimately did him in his outing. That's where you surrender the lead. Belt hits a split finger. He was feeling for it. You heard Len and JD talking about it a little bit, kind of game planning for closers. But at 91, 92 miles an hour, you kind of felt like the Giants were in a very good position because if he doesn't have a splitty, where else is he going to go? He stayed with it. He got some swing and misses, but ultimately Brandon Belt was able to get him. Good thing for the Cubs. They battle back. This is a huge win. Obviously the biggest win of the season. Hopefully get some momentum. That clubhouse is, they're having a good time right now. Well deserved.
All right, let's check out our Sports Authority play of the game. Starlin Castro in the bottom of the 9th inning. Can't watch this enough. And Castro smokes one. He thinks it's gone. And the ball hits off the wall, and it's the game winner.
Well, Cap, this is what you love about a Starlin Castro. Think back to yesterday. We watched this at bat against Sergio Romo. Slider away, swing and a miss. Slider away, swing and a miss. Slider away, swing and a miss. 4 sliders. Sergio Romo made him look silly. Starlin Castro today, where does Sergio Romo first go? Slider away, lays off it. Does it again. Talk about growth. Talk about making adjustments, earning the pitch, earning the fastball away, driving it to center field, and getting the biggest hit of the day. That's simple.
That hit never happens if Deandre Navarro doesn't tie the game with the leadoff hit the bottom of the 9th as he goes 4 rows deep and takes Sergio Romo out.
I think that's the approach against Sergio Romo. Yes, here in Chicago, you don't see Sergio. David DeJesus talked about this, and I think he's absolutely right. You don't want to mess with that slider. He's got it. He adds and subtracts. Sergio Romo, I'm talking about. If you get the 2-seamer, he's throwing 90 miles an hour. Get on it. Navarro did just that right there. 0-1 pitch, fastball in, jumped all over it, tied this ball game up.
All right, time to hear from manager Dale Swayman, the Xfinity post-game press conference.
After yesterday for Starlin, a nice kind of a turnaround day for him.
Yeah, obviously, home run and a walk-off hit. Nice job, with shortstop and everything. So, it was a well-played game other than obviously giving up to 3 runs again in the 9th there after, beating them for 8 1/3 innings.
Dale, can you talk about the roller coaster of emotions that happened over 20-minute span, whatever it was?
Well, like I always say, those last 3 outs are, no matter who's out there and how great they are, it's unbelievable how those things happen, and you get the tying run to the plate, and sometimes you score and sometimes you don't. But it's the major leagues, and that tying run will get to the plate somehow.
When you go out to the mound, with the translator, you think you should get twice as long? Talk to him.
Well, you do. You end up actually. It takes a little while. That's. You got to say what you got to say. It doesn't matter how long it's going to be.
What did you see with him today, Fujikawa?
Just command again. It's not getting the swings and misses at the split. Thought he threw some good splits and they were laying off him. But the command and the life of the fastball just wasn't there again. Just couldn't get strike 1. Strike 1. He just can't get strike 1 right now.
Much, and it's going to drop.
Yeah, that's kind of his. No, it's kind of his. routine that he's had. I guess, you know, when he is a closer, I guess that's his routine that he kind of gets in.
By all rights, Villanueva ought to be 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, he's thrown two really, really good ball games against a couple good lineups. You know, he's got nothing to show for it, so it's, you know, that's tough for him. You know, we had that one obviously and let it get away with having one out, nobody on in the ninth.
For the most part, you guys were able to take advantage of the wind.
Yeah, no, we were very fortunate today that you know, it was blowing out. So, and we kept them in the ballpark, even though they scored their 3 runs. We kept the ball on the ground and kept them from you know, centering any fly balls.
Dale, you look back at some of the unproductive outs early in the game in these games, and you say, you know, maybe these things can be avoided when we, you know, take care of those situations a little bit better. Or, you know, after the doubles earlier in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as you know, you're not going to, you know, those situations, you know, early in the game or whatever, you know, later in the game, obviously you can bunt. You know, you don't really want to do it, especially with the wind blowing out, but you would like, you know, the guys to, you know, hit the ball to the right side. You know, that's, you know, so far I don't think we've been successful yet. Our right-handed hitters haven't been successful yet of getting a guy over after a leadoff double.
Dale, just to be sure, Fuji would be still up for the next save situation.
Yeah. If he's feeling all right tomorrow, obviously about 30 pitches are going to get thrown. And it's, you know, a quick turnaround.
All right, let's look at the pitching matchup today. Matt Cain, a much better outing after a really rough couple starts coming into the game with an ERA bloated as it was over 8. Carlos Villanueva, 7 1/3, no runs, just 3 hits. Wasn't really throwing strikeout stuff, only 3 Ks, but he had his command working.
It was a pretty thing to watch, boy. He's throwing 87, 88 mile-an-hour two-seam fastballs. Folks, if you want to watch how to pitch today, depth, talk about movement, Carlos had it all going. This isn't about blowing hitters away. There were more awkward, there's one of them, more awkward swings on changeups today from Carlos. This San Francisco Giant team squared up about 4 balls I counted in this ballgame. That's how dirty he was. Yeah, he only has the 3 strikeouts. You're not going to probably see the 10 or 11. Occasionally it'll happen. But Carlos, when he's like this, you're not going to do much, Cap. I mean, this is a very hard guy to hit. Even when they knew the changeup was coming, he threw them back to back. That's how good it was. Late movement, late depth, slow curveball, nice little tight slider, and he was throwing strikes with the 2-seamer.
All right, good to see. So Villanueva doesn't get a W, but he certainly continues his very strong start. Time for a break here in Cubs Postgame Live, presented by our great partners at Blue Cross Blue Shield. We will be back with more.
Before you know it, tomorrow is here. So we don't just build cars for today, we also build them for tomorrow. The Mitsubishi Outlander Sport Limited Edition. Lease one now for $209 a month.
Same make, same model, same year. Different owners. Right now at Firestone Complete Auto Care, get $10 off a standard oil change or $20 off a full synthetic oil change. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Lift the darkness, light a fire for the silent and the broken hearted. Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up, you girls and boys? Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up and use your voice?
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and The North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, baseball, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Before you know it, tomorrow is here. So we don't just build cars for today, we also build them for tomorrow. The Mitsubishi Outlander Sport Limited Edition. Lease one now for $209 a month.
Revolutionize your drive only at Gerald Kia. Gerald Kia has the full line of vehicles designed to take your driving experience to the next level. With exciting designs and fuel-efficient models, Gerald Kia will change your driving expectations. And all Gerald Kias are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty.
Get the new exciting 2013 Optima for only $179 a month, or the exciting 2013 Soul for just $139 a month.
Revolutionize your drive only at Gerald Kia, or visit us at geraldkia.com.
You're watching Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
All right, time now for our Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning. Who's hot? Who's not so hot? How about who's hot this season? Adam Jones came over in that Eric Bedard deal that Andy McPhail made a few years ago, crushing the ball. How about Lance Berkman off to a great start, 448. And Alex Rios of the White Sox smoking hot, 4 home runs, 8 knocked in, and a 429 BA. Who is scuffling? Matt Kemp, $182, but he is real good at confronting guys after the game. Giancarlo Stanton, $167. And Jason Kipnis, just 138 with 10 Ks. You liked that one, didn't you? Welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Time for our Subway winning box score, and we are pleased to tell you it's a Cubs box score today. And Holly, you look at the numbers here, not a ton of offense, but DeJesus, another big day, 3 for 5. Castro, 2 for 5, his first home run. Same for David DeJesus. And a home run today for Deanna Navarro. 3 guys that came into the game with 0.
Guys that we talked about in the pregame show today having a good game. David DeJesus keeps it going. He had a 3 for 5 game just the other day. Kept the very nice approach in this ball game. Had the home run, had the RBI. Starlin Castro, we take it. We know the good and the bad sometimes happens. Maybe you saw the bad yesterday. You clearly saw the good today. Starlin's one of the best in the game. Wellington Castillo had a nice ball game. Luis Valbuena had a very nice ball game. Had a couple walks and a base hit early. But yeah, the lefties did some damage against Matt Cain. I mean, it had the feel more of missed opportunities early in this one. We had a couple leadoff doubles. David DeJesus, Nate Shearholtz had a leadoff double. Guys didn't move off second base. That's the stuff that kind of concerns me a little bit. Hitting in front of runners right there. I mean, you got a runner on second base. I tell you all the time, you know, you play for the lead and then play for the downs. And what that means is get the lead early, get to the 5th or 6th inning, and then open it up a little bit. Okay, if you got a 2-3 run lead, you got a runner on second base early, and they're pitching you inside. Maybe you look to pull there. But early in the ball game, the Cubs, for me, need to be a little bit more proactive in getting some offense going, getting those leads, and working with them, as opposed to just kind of settling and hoping more offense comes.
And to your point, you get the leadoff double to open the bottom of the first from David DeJesus. And then Starlin just tries to yank one, and he grounds out to the shortstop. You got to hit to the right side.
Well, that's the the fundamental part of what I'm talking about is understanding that playing for the lead, let your pitchers go out there and settle in and get comfortable and not feel the same. You know, we talk about pressure pitches in a ball game and the kind of pitches you have to make when you're on the mound when the game is 0-0 or 1-0 in the 4th, 5th, 6th inning. You start treating. Jeff Samardzij's outing in Atlanta. We broke that one down as well. Here he was dealing all game long, got a couple runners on base in a 1-0 ball game. You found yourself feeling the heat.
Unbelievable. All right, let's head back out to the park. Cubs starting pitcher Carlos Villanueva meeting the media.
After they came back in the 9th, all we needed today was a win. I'm happy just getting the W. Personal stats, whatever. They'll come, keep doing my job, and they'll come eventually. But, the atmosphere in our clubhouse right now, I wouldn't change that for the world, so I'm happy to come out.
Were you happy that you really pitched to the conditions, a lot of ground balls?
Yeah, it was weird out there. It's cold first, and rainy, then hot, then cold again. It was strange, but I guess we both have to pitch that way, so you can't really let it affect you too much. Go out there and follow a game plan and get it done. But it was. I had good stuff today, and it worked to our advantage.
I think that's what Dale said about you when they signed you. You follow a game plan really well. Is that?
Well, so you can tell the radar gun doesn't light up when I'm out there. So, for me, that's what makes it fun. I study a lot in between starts, and for me to be able to execute it makes it that much more fun. Having a game plan and not really executing. I'll have those days, I know too. But those days like today when I can go in and out, up, down, and mix it up. It makes, you know, you have probably guys in the other team saying, you know, we should have killed that guy, we should have scored a million runs today, but the end result's not the way they want it. You know, that just makes me feel a lot more better.
2 real good outings right off the bat. How important for you personally to have a good start to the season?
You know, just for me, just having good starts means giving the team a chance to win. You know, I don't look at it as you know, obviously you want to do well all the time, but I've been playing long enough to know that, you know, a strong start doesn't necessarily mean a strong finish. You know, so for me, I just take it start by start, as cliche as it might sound, but, you know, I'm not going to get overly excited with 2 games. I know we still have a lot of games to go, but, you know, as long as I can keep doing what I'm doing, you know, for me, just getting deep in the games is really important. You know, and right now it's happened both games. Hopefully, you know, we'll have, as the season goes on, we'll probably have a little longer leash. And I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, right now, the end result is a win. That's all we care about.
The wind blowing out the way it was today, how did that affect your strategy?
Not at all. I don't change anything at all. You know, then there's a couple balls that get in the air, and it probably helps me focus more because I know I have to keep the ball down. And if the wind's blowing in, the change is better because, you know, the wind going out slows it down a little more. So that's to try to look at the positive at least. But, you know, for me today it was fun. You know, it's fun facing Kane. You know, me and Kane, we met when we were 18 years old in rookie ball with the Giants. You know, and for me it was fun to go actually facing him. And, you know, I don't know if he remembers me as well, but, you know, I remember when he came and you know, actually 10, 12 years later, you know, facing each other, it's kind of, you know, it puts things in perspective. And, you know, he's a great pitcher, you know, but, you know, I had fun out there today, and hopefully he can continue.
Did you say something to you?
No, you know what, I told Rio, his interpreter, just, you know, I just told him, you know, tell him that I believe in him and we believe in him and that he's going to be fine. You know, he's done it a million times before. You know, he's very apologetic and he feels bad, we can tell, but, you know, we need him. And as long as we communicate that to him, just, you know, in the time that things aren't going as well, that's why we're teammates and we're a team. So, you know, we love Fuji and I know we'll have him do well.
All right, time now for our UPS store taking care of business play of the game. Actually, plays of the game from Steve Clevenger, getting just his second big league start at third base. And Clev looked like a seasoned vet over there.
He was on his game.
He was. Nice. Really was locked in defensively.
A nice throw across the diamond. First 2 were kind of smoked at him. This one right here is another line drive. Third base, a little bit of a reactionary position, but you know what? Clev has done a fantastic job over there, earned the start over there because he's been swinging the bat, wanted to get his left-handed bat in the lineup today, put together some bats. I know he didn't get any love, any hits. That slow roller right there, he had some fun over there today.
He did. He could get his bat really going with the questions at third. Valbuena's a really nice defensive player, but not very good offensively. Ian Stewart, I don't even know where he is. Yeah. So here's an opportunity for a guy like Clevenger to get some playing time.
Well, he's getting it now. Wherever he's going to get it, you want to capitalize. I think that's what you're seeing right now for the Cubs. Sure, we can have the Starlin Castro, Anthony Rizzo, Soriano conversation, but, I mean, there's a lot of flexibility with this roster. Dale Swaim has it. He put it together that way so that if there were slumps and there were struggles, other guys would get opportunities. And Steve Clevenger, again, I know he didn't have the hits, but I felt like he had a pretty strong day over there and certainly will earn more starts. And if that happens and he hits, you'll see how many starts he'll get.
We'll be right back at Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Holly and I will look ahead at tomorrow's game, and Darwin Barney gets his gold.
So, it's a busy time of year. I'm feeding the kids, I'm feeding the spouse, I'm feeding the dog. Are you guys ready for school yet? No! I'm taking the kids to school, the soccer practice, ballet lessons, guitar lessons. I'm making the gift list. I'm shopping for Aunt Rita. New job, new wife, new baby, 6 nieces, 4 nephews. Dallas, LA, Seattle, New York, Paris. I'm running out of time. I love logistics.
Let's have a conference call over the weekend.
Great idea.
You're going to need to be home between 10 and 6.
An operator will be with you in 34 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep it in the shop till Monday.
You know that show I was telling you about? I got 2 tickets. I'm so excited.
yourself lucky. We didn't have U-verse back in my day. You couldn't just... Guys, there you are. You know, you couldn't just pause a show in one room, then... Where was I? Hello? You couldn't pause a show in one room, then start playing it in another. And I'm talking to myself.
Call to get U-verse TV for just $19 a month for 2 years with qualifying bundles. Rethink possible.
Save big money on everything you need during the Menards Project Day sale. Finish any project with the Sonicrafter X2 from Rockwell. It features Hyperlock toolless accessory changeability and a 3-amp motor with constant speed control to power through the toughest tasks. $149. Get inspired design for your kitchen with Amana. This 1.5 cubic foot micro hood features 10 power levels and 1,000 watts of power. Available in black or white, just $179.
Save big money at Menards.
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and the North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, baseball, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Anyone can fall in love with a brand new car. But keeping that flame burning for over a decade, that is a beautiful thing. Right now at Firestone Complete Auto Care, you'll get a $70 reward card plus an additional $70 when you charge to a new Firestone credit card. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Cubs second baseman Darwin Barney honored today, but the ball game grabbed center stage as Chicago best San Francisco 4-3, plating 2 in the bottom of the ninth. Starlin Castro, the game-winning hit, and Deanna Navarro, a game-tying solo home run. For the game, Darwin Barney got his gold glove, signifying his great play at second base in the 2012 season. And that's actually, Holly, I got to see it. It's actually a real glove spray-painted gold.
It's not real gold?
No real gold there. It's a bummer.
What's the going rate?
But Barney will have a rehab stint this weekend with Class AAA Iowa, and then he will be in the lineup on Tuesday at second base.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. We need to get him back quickly. If not, you can sit here and talk about the Gold Glove, the great glove work he had last year. We talked about it all the time, tried to do our best to promote it because he deserved it. He clearly was the best defensive second baseman in the National League. We saw it. We did all the number, all the research, made it happen. That being said, we need his presence back. I'm talking about who Darwin Barney is as a person, who he is in that clubhouse, and what kind of leader he's become on this team. They need him.
All right, we'll see what happens. Now let's look back at Todd's keys from the pregame show. See how accurate our guy was.
Well, all right, pretty good today.
The lefties, counterpunch, and 27 outs.
Well, the lefties, talking about David DeJesus, Valbuena, he had a base hit as well. Yeah, the guys did their part. David DeJesus had a big game. Nate Shearholtz had a leadoff double. So, yeah, I think we qualify there. The counterpunch, that's pretty interesting. The counterpunch is, we were talking about the Cubs getting a lead and holding it. They did a pretty good job of that, well, until the ninth inning. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use it and pat myself on the back because guess what? We counterpunched the Giants today. They took the lead or tied the ball game up in the ninth, and you know what? At the bottom of the ninth, we made it happen. We got the win 4-3. So 27 outs, much better today. That, to me, goes to Carlos. That's eliminating the extra walks, eliminating the extra errors that we've seen here in a few ball games, and giving the Giants other opportunities. They were very good about that today. Really, this is a well-played ball game, a great pitching matchup. Both guys did their part. A couple solo homers for the Cubs. Got a little yucky there, a little messy in the ninth inning, but a great comeback win for the Cubs.
All right, let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's Game 3 of the series. Jeff Samardzija, the Cubs ace, Madison Bumgarner, who's one of the best in the game for San Francisco.
This is a doozy. This is a prime time game. People around the country are going to be watching this one. One of the best in the business in Madison Bumgarner, and soon to be, if not already, I think I already put him there, but soon to be on the national level, one of the best in the business in Jeff Samardzija. It's going to be a great pitcher's duel, and I don't think it's getting a whole lot warmer, Cap. This might be one of those 20 strikeout games between the two of these guys. Maybe both these guys go in double digits and very few hits, but both are on their game. Both are off to roaring starts. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Holly. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Todd and I back with you Tuesday. The Cubs open their series against the high-flying Texas Rangers. Sports Talk Live comes your way at 5:30. See you then.
I always get the best deals online, like this offer I just got on Comcast.com.
I got my Xfinity Triple Play in like 2 minutes and got money back.
It was easy to get Xfinity Internet, which delivers the fastest in-home Wi-Fi.
We found a great offer online and saved money. And the best part is you can do it from anywhere.
Hot chocolate, and thanks for wearing a robe today.
My pleasure.
Get our best offers online. Now get up to $300 back when you sign up for the Xfinity Triple Play exclusively on Comcast.com. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Boy, these iced teas are great. So good. I like the mango iced tea. I'm so happy that Fiona wanted to come here and have a little iced tea party with us.
Oh, yeah.
It's cute.
How about some more raspberry iced tea for Uncle TJ?
I'll have some more mango, thank you. So cute.
I didn't get anything.
No, it's called make-believe. Go with it.
It's called a rip-off.
Thousands of green and sweet tea flavor combinations. New Ultimate Iced Teas. Try one with some tasty new Cinesnacks. This is how you Sonic.
Let's have a conference call over the weekend.
Great idea.
You're gonna need to be home between 10 and 6.
An operator will be with you in 34 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep it in the shop till Monday.
You know that show I was telling you about? I got 2 tickets. I'm so excited.
Basketball, it's a numbers game. But just listen to these numbers.
1 in 3 adults in this country are at risk of developing diabetes.
1 in 3. Just think about what that looks like in here. Our families, our friends,
our fans.
Let's change those numbers.
Learn your risk factors for diabetes.
Go to dribble2stopdiabetes.com and take the risk test.
It's fast, free, and easy.
Remember, your health depends on you. To learn more, go to dribble2stopdiabetes.com.
I really believe that pretty much whatever I set my mind to, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, and I have the confidence that I'm going to be successful at it.
Get it moving, dodge hard, keep going, okay?
When people tend to let up, we tend to push the gas pedal.
You guys, we got to play harder than this.
Kelly Amonte Hiller is a woman that commands attention.
She wants to be great, and she wants to be the best, so it's like you just want to keep pushing and pushing.
Go beyond the flip-flop headlines.
I was definitely not looking down at what shoes they were wearing.
And inside the life of the woman who built an empire.
That was awesome. I put a lot of pressure on myself in general.
It's a storied team run by one of the most inspirational women in America.
She doesn't seek the attention, doesn't look for the attention, doesn't want to talk to people. She wants to talk about her team and her family.
For me, this is everything.
Go inside the life of the woman who built an empire. This is Inside Look with Kelly Amonte Hiller. Here is Susanna Collins.
Former Chicago Blackhawks captain Tony Amonte is a Chicago sports legend, but his little sister, Kelly Amonte Hiller, is making quite a statement herself. At age 25, she completely rebuilt Northwestern's lacrosse program and has won 7 NCAA championships. Kelly Amonte Hiller continues to build her own amazing legacy in a very humble way.
Growing up, were sports always a big part of your life?
Oh, definitely. You know, our parents really just believed in the greatness of athletics, how it really teaches you to be competitive, a great person, have good values, and also just be active and healthy in your life.
Your brother Tony, obviously very successful, former Blackhawks captain, Olympic silver medalist. Was there a lot of sibling rivalry going on there?
Yes. I mean, I'm the youngest of 4, so I was always just fighting to survive, no matter what it was. And it was really a pleasure to be a part of that type of an environment. I love my siblings so much, and you know, to have people that were so amazing to look up to, and they really pushed me to drive to be what I am today, but they also protected me too in many different cases, and I really owe them a lot.
How did they push you?
Anytime we were playing in the backyard, if it was us, they would you know, they would push me and you know, be physical against me and not let me win, and that's really where my drive was fostered, and my belief in myself that, you know, I could compete with anyone, because I was competing with them who, you know, Tony became an eventual NHL All-Star, so if I can do that, I can compete with anyone.
Well, you're obviously also a player, but at what point did you realize that you might be successful as a coach?
Well, I think in lacrosse and women's lacrosse in general, there's really no next level for playing. You know, it's only for the U.S. national team, and that's fairly limited. So I knew I wanted to stay in the game at some level, and I really felt passionate about the lessons that I learned as a player through my life experience, but also through my collegiate experience, and I wanted to be able to pass that on to another generation of student athletes.
Well, Cindy Timsch, your old coach, how big of an influence has she been in your life, not only personally, but the way you approach coaching?
I think she's definitely one of the most influential people in my life. You know, probably my parents and siblings and her are the most influential people. She just is such a strong woman, and she inspires people to really believe in themselves and believe that they can achieve anything. And that, combined with the work ethic that I learned as a child, I think really made that winning combination for me.
You guys were also inducted into the Hall of Fame together. How special was that for you?
That was amazing. To be just in the same sentence as Cindy Timschall is pretty incredible. She's achieved a lot in her life, and she's really been a trendsetter for our sport. And you know, just to be considered in the same light as her is a pretty amazing honor.
Well, your husband, Scott, is also your volunteer assistant coach. First of all, did he volunteer for this position? How did this come about?
Yes, he did volunteer. I mean, when we first started the program, it was pretty much, you know, when I first started, he was actually back in Massachusetts finishing law school, and then he moved out here after, you know, the first year. And, you know, he tried to come out and help us out as much as he could. And, you know, he had a job as an attorney in the city. And then as, you know, things progressed, this is a real passion for Scott. He absolutely loves sports, and he loves coaching. He's a natural-born coach, and, you know, as he got more and more involved, we got more and more success. He wanted to get in the mix as much as possible, and, you know, we've been afforded the opportunity to have him around all the time, which it enhances our program to a whole nother level. It's like having 2 head coaches on staff, and Scott and I have very different personalities, which I think is really healthy for the program too, you know, and I think it creates a great sense of balance for the student athletes.
How are you guys different? What are the personality differences?
I tend to be, you know, that really, you know, driven to the point, like, you know, a little bit more brash, and he has a softer touch, and I think the combination of us, you know, me being that driven, pushing the girls, and then he has that soft touch is a great thing, because they get both sides of it, and I think it works well. I think our relationship is much like that, and it works well, and I think we carry that over to the team.
And Kelly's definitely probably a little more serious, and I think she's, probably, I don't know, she's definitely committed, and I definitely think we balance each other very well. I think we can bounce things off each other. I think we definitely have different perspectives on things, and just from our different experiences as well, whether it's family or socially, we definitely have ideas that may or may not work, and we try and vet them out as best as possible.
She said that you have more of a softer side than she does. Is that true?
It probably is a little bit true. I would agree with that. I think that, at least perceptually wise, I think so. I think we're both pretty competitive, though, when it comes right down to it.
How cool has it been for you to be able to share the success that you've had here with him?
It's been amazing. I think that to be able to spend every day with your best friend is a great thing, and I've learned a lot from him. I think he brings a whole different dynamic to our staff, and he really, I think I push our staff and our players, and I think he pushes them in a whole different way, and he pushes me in a different way too. So it's really a great thing to have the both of us working together.
It's definitely unique. I mean, it's definitely, it's not all roses, that's for sure.
Yeah.
She probably told you that. It's a lot. It's hard to be with anyone that amount of time, and I think we do a pretty good job of dealing with it, and it definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we definitely get to talk about things at night. We get to talk about work things at night, and we get to talk about a lot of different things that we think will continue to make successful as well.
Well, you're also a mom. How do you balance it all? How do you strike that balance between family and your incredible coaching career?
For me, the mom thing is the most important thing that I do, and I love it. I mean, having two girls and having them around this type of an environment, there's no better place that you could have them. These girls are such great role models for my daughters, and our oldest, Harley's 6. She's just starting to really get exposed to the whole thing. She wants to be at practices. Tomorrow she has the day off school. She's coming to practice. She wants to travel on the trips and stuff like that. So it's really a fun thing. And just like Scott got involved in the program, as much as we can, we'll have the kids involved.
Will you encourage them to play lacrosse or any other sport, obviously for that matter?
Harley's big thing is that she's gonna be a coach, and I'm gonna be her assistant. So
perfect.
We'll see what happens, but whatever they want to do, I'm supportive of that. I don't want to push them into something that just because it's our thing, but I'm sure being around it so much, they're gonna want to be at some level a part of it.
Up next, the quest for championship number 8.
Every championship that we've won, every season that we've had has been special to me.
And later,
play poised and control at the same time.
Inside Look, presented by Cadillac, will be right back.
You got this? No. No. Game over, baby. In your face.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, if you got a pie in the face, it means you did something, went out there and made an impact in the game.
Yeah, kids these days, out of control.
Today's the day, Reader. Here it is.
There's no way possible that you're 180. You don't have it. Boom! 180, baby! Boom! In the face!
That was back-to-back homers to win the game for us tonight. Good job.
Whoa. Where's Flo and Sale?
Car crashes are the #1 killer of teens. Texting and driving can increase that risk by 23 times. X the text with Allstate and pledge not to text and drive. Visit Facebook.com/X and Text to learn more and take the play.
Tomorrow, don't miss an AL Central showdown on Comcast Sportsnet as Chris Sale and the White Sox look to shut down the Tribe in Cleveland. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Subaru pregame live. White Sox Indians tomorrow at 2:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Welcome back to Inside Look with Kelly Amonte Hiller, presented by Cadillac.
Well, when you first took the job, you were 25 years old, and Northwestern was basically trying to rebuild this program. How much pressure did you put on yourself to live up to these expectations?
I put a lot of pressure on myself in general. That's just my MO. And, I really believe that pretty much whatever I set my mind to, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, and I have the confidence that I'm going to be successful at it. And that's how I came into this program. I really didn't know any different. I played in an unbelievable program of Maryland and under an amazing mentor, and I knew that I knew what it took to be successful, and I knew that I could communicate that to a group of young kids. So I was excited about it. I love challenges. I love being the underdog. And, you know, I just tried to convey that type of confidence to the student athletes right from day one.
You talk about the young kids. I think there was a ton of freshmen and sophomores on that team when you first started. Do you think the fact that you were 25 and pretty recently out of school helped you to relate to the young players and get the best out of them?
I think so. I think they saw that I could do it physically. I was still a player on the U.S. national team, and they saw that I really believed in them. So I think it gave them hope that they could do it, and they had confidence that I knew what it took. So it was a great combo, and yeah, I mean, I think just on a general basis I related to them, but I think I also brought a lot of maturity to just, you know, the discipline aspect of the game, and that was very important, I think, right from the beginning.
Well, you've been so successful as a coach and a player. 9-time NCAA championship, 7 as a coach. How do you stay hungry? Where does that come from?
I think it comes from where I came from. My parents, especially my dad, always taught us. I mean, his 2 big sayings were, if you think you're good, there's always someone out there that's better. And the other one was, you're only as good as your last game. And those are the sayings that I live by. I rarely think about the past. We think about the past and how we want to grow. And for me, it's not about the scoreboard or the wins. It's about how we played and how we're maturing and how we're moving forward. So that's the philosophy behind this program. We're always trying to move forward, whether it's a win or a loss. And we're always trying to evaluate ourselves to figure out how we're going to get better, faster than everyone else.
In your coaching career, is there one season in particular that stands out as being particularly memorable or your favorite?
Well, I get that question asked quite a bit of me, and you know, obviously that first season was pretty special. To have the first class that I recruited be able to win a national championship, that's amazing. And you know, I don't think those kids will ever forget it. But every championship that we've won, every season that we've had has been special to me. You know, each season is very different, the personnel that we have on our team, plus also the ups and downs. Everyone thinks, oh, you know, they win championships every year, it's easy, they just go out and do it. And it's very hard. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of challenges that we have to face head on and respond. And I'm most proud of the moments where we get knocked down very hard and we get back up with courage and excitement and passion.
Well, going back to that first championship that you won, you got to visit the White House after that. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I mean, to be able to go to the White House and meet the President of the United States, that was amazing. It was George Bush at the time, and he was just a great, really funny person that, you know, just to spend a few minutes with him, it was really special for our girls. And then, you know, after we had the whole flip-flop thing.
That was my next question.
Yeah, and that was like probably our 15 minutes of fame to experience what it's like to have, you know, the world kind of looking at you. It's pretty intense, and I'm not sure I wish that on anyone, but I think you know, we made a good thing out of something that, you know, with a little scrutiny, we took it lighthearted, and hopefully it gave our program and the sport of lacrosse a little bit of publicity, and I think our girls represented themselves in an incredible way.
So with Flip-Flop Gate, obviously, go to the White House, some girls wearing flip-flops. Was it something that you even thought about, or was it just one of these like, well, no we're just going to enjoy the
I mean, we had just won the first national championship in 41 or whatever, however many years at Northwestern since 1941. And I mean, I can tell you, I was definitely not looking down at what shoes they were wearing, and I definitely wasn't experienced enough to make sure that they were wearing the right stuff. So, you know, we were just all in the moment, in awe of the White House being there and experiencing that, and you know, that definitely wasn't our focus. So we just enjoyed the moment. I think that's why we got there, is because we knew how to enjoy the moment and be in the moment, and so.
Is it something you can just kind of laugh about?
Oh, definitely, definitely. You know, it obviously, people still bring it up all the time, and you know, I really do think it brought light to our program, and our kids really handled themselves in an incredible way, and you know, we made good out of something that was a little bit strange and funny.
And the president didn't seem to mind.
No, actually, when we went back, he made a big joke out of it, and he had us, I remember it was the year that Florida men's basketball won the championship, and they were there with us on the Champions Day, and we were in the same room with them, and he came into the room last and spent the most time with us, and it was just a really cool experience. I think he really appreciated it. He said, "Hey, where are the flip-flops?
Awesome.
Come on," you know. So he had a great sense of humor about it, and I think it made our girls feel great.
Up next, what does the future hold?
It's obviously special to me because I helped build this program.
Plus, a day in the life with a busy mother, coach, wife, and mentor. Inside Look, presented by Cadillac, will be right back.
We had never used a contractor before and didn't know where to start.
At Angie's List, you'll find reviews on everything from home repair to healthcare, written by people just like you.
No company can pay to be on Angie's List, so you can trust what you're reading.
Angie's List is like having thousands of close neighbors where I can go ask for personal recommendations.
That's the idea.
Before you have any work done, check Angie's List.
From roofers to plumbers to dentists and more, Angie's List. Reviews you can trust.
I love you, Angie. Sorry.
I want a locker room tour from the fan salute.
Next to the Stanley Cup, this is the most incredible thing I've ever done.
Seats are great. This has been nothing but awesome.
I got tingles just walking around in here. I'm getting all this history that came through this corridor in the locker room is just mind-blowing.
Obviously a great opportunity and something that it's really nice that the organization is giving back to their fans.
The average person trades vehicles every 2.5 years, but finances for 5 years or longer. Consider leasing. You'll pay thousands less, even if you pay cash for your vehicles. Simply choose the vehicle you desire. Choose a 24 to 48-month lease with payments much lower than financing. Or use our one-pay option and pay cash for your lease term. It's that easy. You can upgrade vehicles more often and eliminate selling or negotiating trade-in value when you upgrade. When you do the math, you'll choose McGrath Lexus in downtown Chicago and in Westmont.
Welcome back to Inside Look with Kelly Amonte Hiller, presented by Cadillac.
Being able to get the most out of people is what she's great at, and that's, I think, most sports and most games are mental. If you have the mental edge, then you seem to overcome everything else, and I think she's realized that. She's instilled that in her players, and that's one lesson I've taken away from Kelly.
What is your proudest moment professionally?
That's a tough question. I just think that for me, seeing the development of this program, I mean, when we first came, I remember kind of thinking to myself, I'm just gonna kind of shut my mouth and work as hard as I can, and I'm not gonna ask for anything until we get some success, some real success. And I think that that's my proudest thing, is that we've been able to push the levels of this program, the levels of support, to just another stratosphere. I mean, we were added most because of Title IX, and just because Rick Taylor, the athletic director at the time, just really had a passion about women's athletics and wanted to support it here at Northwestern. And I think with the different athletic directors, Mark Murphy and now Jim Phillips, they've been very supportive of me and just my philosophy, and I feel like I can now, when we need something, I can go and ask for it, and that's a really cool feeling to have, to know that you've put the work in to be able to ask a question or ask a favor.
So that was your proudest moment professionally. Now, what was your proudest moment personally?
You know, I think for me personally, you know, I lost my dad in 2009, and you know, to see how my 2009 team rallied, had an undefeated season, and really, I felt won the championship for me. They knew how bad I was hurting, and how much my staff at that time really just, you know, rallied around me and kind of picked up the slack when I wasn't at my best. That was probably my proudest thing is when I was down, they stepped up and really all did it for me. So that was a big tribute to me.
How much do your players become your family?
They are my family. I mean, for me, I don't have much family out here. I have a brother who lives in Chicago. He's actually moving soon, but you know, for me, this is everything. I feel that I've built this program, and these kids are my kids, and as they grow up, they become my friends, you know, my peers after they graduate, and so it's a great thing, and it's a great thing to be able to have an expansion of your family every year that goes by. And I grew up in a very big family, a very close family. My cousins and my dad is very Italian. They were all living on our street, and it was a really cool environment, and I feel like that's kind of what this program simulates for me.
You've had offers to go to other schools, other organizations, but you've always turned them down. Why is Northwestern your home?
Well, I think this place is very special. It's obviously special to me because I helped build this program. But I think there's some really special people at Northwestern University at the highest levels, to the board of trustees, to the president, to the athletic director, down to, you know, the student athletes that come here. I feel very proud as a coach to know what they're learning in the classroom on a daily basis, and how they walk off this campus after 4 years having learned some amazing lessons and being ready to really face the world and change whatever needs to be changed, and push themselves to make a difference.
What do you hope the future holds for you as a coach, as a mother, everything?
You know, I just think that I hope that, you know, I can continue to you know, push my student athletes to be strong women, and to, you know, have some success here while they're here, but also in life. And you know, for my family, you know, I hope that I can do the same. I can push my daughters to be great people, and push myself to be a great mom and a great wife, and you know, just be better every day. Who's that? It's great to get the girls together in the morning, get them up, get them focused, and just kind of know that we're all here in it together, on the same page, and ready to go. 10 being the best. How good is that waffle?
10. It's a 10? One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
That was awesome. It's a healthy thing for our student athletes to see that, hey, you can be successful, and you can have everything, and you can have, you know, the family life, and incorporate it all, and be passionate about it. All right, Cats. Great opportunity today. Oh, you look great. All right.
Thank you.
Yep. But it's a great opportunity today. We have a little bit of layoff after this game, so we want to make sure that we put our best effort forth, okay? Our best effort forth mentally, physically, and together, all together, okay? We've worked hard, especially on our defense this past week, okay? So let's go out there, let's put a lot of pressure on them, but play poised and control at the same time.
She teaches, you know. I think when you, as a player, you can go different places and you kind of will leave the same as you came in. But I think coming through this program, I'm a completely different player than when I first started. She's dedicated and it's really passionate, and she does things with a purpose. It's not just to go through the motions through the day. I mean, everything really does have a meaning behind what she's doing.
Let's meditate then. Start off by taking 3 deep breaths and begin to focus on your breathing. I want you to think about the mental readiness, the focus you need to start strong and go for 60 minutes. Cats on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cats! Here we go, ladies. It's really up to the girls at this point. You know, we've done all the preparation that we can, and it's really up to them to go out there and do it all. Have fun and just get after it. Get fired up, okay? With that, you have to be in control. Get that next slide out there. You guys, we gotta play harder than this. This isn't the best effort that we can give right now. Gotta play harder.
What you want is someone to care. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the X's and O's. Everybody knows, says the same thing. But when it comes from somebody who you actually know means it, it makes the whole difference in the world.
Hey, where are you, Blake? Get at the front of the box. Get at the front of the box. Let's get that ball moving from one side to the other. Once they send that double, get it moving, dodge hard, keep going, okay? Very unselfish right now. Put our shots away.
Thank you for watching Inside Look. To see more video and upcoming guests, visit our website, csnchicago.com. We'll see you next time.
When I snap the football into play, protecting the franchise's greatest asset from a bull-rushing 300-pound defender is no easy task. Calling out the right protection can be the difference between winning and losing. Protecting your vehicle is no different, and Insure on the Spot has you covered. If you got 2 minutes, Insure on the Spot can save you up to $600 on your auto insurance. So if you're in Illinois or Indiana, we'll get you covered with a low monthly payment.
When you don't want to spend a lot, call 773-202-5060.
Revolutionize your drive only at Gerald Kia. Gerald Kia has the full line of vehicles designed to take your driving experience to the next level. With exciting designs and fuel-efficient models, Gerald Kia will change your driving expectations. And all Gerald Kias are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty.
Get the new exciting 2013 Optima for only $179 a month, or the exciting 2013 Soul for just $139 a month.
Revolutionize your drive only at Gerald Kia, or visit us at geraldkia.com.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan, and this is Sports Talk Live. It's Corey's net tonight as Q plays matchups against the Red Wings, meaning Ray Emery gets the night off. He'll join us live to talk about the Hawks' hot goalie tandem. The Bulls are officially streak busters. They stopped the Knicks' 13-game run. So is Nate Robinson the team's MVP this season? And should Jimmy Butler be a starter from now on? The White Sox get swept in D.C. Is it cause for concern, or are the Nationals that nasty? The Cubs take on the giant task of beating ace Matt Cain, while Carlos Quentin has had enough of Zach Greinke. How long should he be suspended? All that plus 14-year-old Tianlong Guan gets a slow play penalty at the Masters. Was that fair? And comedian John Caponera, Chicago guy, drops by to talk baseball and, of course, Harry Carey. It's all straight ahead on Sports Talk Live, and it all starts right now. Welcome in to Sports Talk Live, presented by Smirnoff. We'll get you set for a great weekend. I'm David Kaplan. Blackhawks host the Red Wings tonight. Corey Crawford in the net for the Hawks, meaning Ray Emery gets the night off. He joins us now on Sports Talk Live. And Ray, let's talk about the goalie tandem. So many teams don't have one good goalie. The Blackhawks blessed to have two guys playing exceptionally well. How are you and Corey feeding off each other?
You know what? Our team had a great start, and anytime you have a good team that puts a string of games together, I think it's going to rub off on everybody. So it was an exciting start, and it's been an exciting year so far.
When you hear people saying Ray Emery should be the starter, and then others say Corey Crawford should be the starter, do you guys look at it that way, or we're just going to go out when our number's called?
Yeah, that's it. You just prepare for every game individually, and you know, if you get the call to go in there, you want to do your best, and you want to win for the team. So I think that's where we're at with that situation.
I had a chance to talk to you on a number of occasions. You took a team to the Stanley Cup Finals. You had an injury that you had to deal with, very serious injury with your hip. Do you feel as healthy as you've felt in your professional career, perhaps as good as you felt when you took a team in Ottawa to the Cup Finals?
Yeah, as far as my body goes, it's been really encouraging. You know, progressively getting better over the last few years, and you know, this year it's a situation where my body feels great. So you know, I'm very fortunate to have been able to have the procedure that I got to have, and I'm really glad that my body feels the way it does.
You played 3 straight games last weekend and early this week. Corey gets to start tonight. Has Joel told you at all what his game plan will be before he decides who starts game 1 of the playoffs?
No, you know, I'm not sure. Like I said, you know, you don't control when you get in. You just can prepare for the game the best you can and try to win it when you get in there.
Ray, appreciate you taking time. Enjoy the night off. Here's hoping Corey plays exceptionally well, and you keep your great play up when you're in the net again. Thanks again.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
There he is, Ray Emery, one of the Blackhawks' 2 outstanding goalies. It's been an embarrassment of riches for Joel Quenneville in the net this season. Look at the numbers between Emery and Crawford. Almost even. In fact, Emery's goals against percentage, 2nd best in the league. Crawford's is 4th. All right, time to welcome our panel here on Sports Talk Live. Sometimes Cubs beat writer. He is our buddy to spar with. He is Gordon Wittenmeyer, Yahoo Sports Radio, the always colorful Mark Carman, and the host of the Mark Grody Friday Dance Party on Mully and Hadley. He's our buddy Mark Grody.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk some hockey. Ray Emery, Corey Crawford. What do you think?
How do you go wrong with either one, really? I mean, Crawford's beaten them Detroit we're talking about, three times in a row, right? Mm-hmm. And Emery's got how many shutouts?
3 out of the last 5.
I mean, who cares?
You got to pick one, though, Gordon. You got to, I mean...
No, that's the beauty of this.
No, but I don't think playoffs come around, you're going to alternate every game depending on who's hot. I think you got to pick one guy, right?
Who's hot going in.
I don't understand why everybody has said all along that you have to have, like there's a rule in hockey that you have to have one goalie in the postseason. Why? I mean, they're going with Corey Crawford tonight. Part of the reason is because he has been so successful against Detroit this year. He's won every time they played against Detroit. Why not go with it? And it's very likely the Blackhawks could play Detroit in the first round, so you go with Corey Crawford in that series. Why? What would be the problem with going with the hot hand and alternating the way they've done all season long? Why do you have to change that?
Because what happens if you play Corey Crawford in game 1 and you lose, and then you switch to Ray Emery and you lose again, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, we're going on the road down 0-2. People would say, Corey Crawford was your starting goaltender. Why didn't you stick with him? Well, or Ray Emery was your hot hand. Why didn't you stick with him?
Except they both had so much success all season long that's not a catastrophe if that happens, because most of the time you're looking at between your 2 goalies, at least one of them's flawed. I mean, so you're not talking about guys that you're picking the lesser of 2 evils. You're talking about guys that they both have tremendous strengths.
You're not playing back-to-back nights in the playoffs. You got to have one guy. You got to let one guy get in rhythm. Now, if you pick Emery, let's say, and he does poorly, okay, then maybe you make the change. But I don't see you going back and forth. And Ray Emery, as calm as he was right there, you know, talking with UCAP and us, the fire that he showed against the Blues, screaming from the bench, and the way he's been playing lately, to me, he's the guy. I think he's earned it. And just something about Corey Crawford. Granted, he's had a very solid year, but that fire that we've seen from Emery and the way he's played it late, that would be my pick if I was Joel.
I think Ray Emery is more predictable. I think that's the only thing about why I would probably go with him in the postseason. Corey Crawford has more potential, I think, to be great and put together a better run, but I think you know more of what you're going to get from Ray. You don't get the awful goals given up from Ray Emery, whereas with Corey Crawford, you do get that, and I don't know if you want to take a chance with that in the postseason.
Well, here's the thought, too. They're going to open up against these same guys, right? And that's going to be, a week or 2 from now, whatever it is. And so maybe it's going to be Emery at that point. why even show it now?
Yeah,
These are
there's
hot
your standings right there, Gordon, to your point. Right now, 1-8, Blackhawks and Red Wings. And as long as it's not the Blues sliding to the 8th spot, I'm okay with the Wild or the Red Wings or the Coyotes or the Stars. The Blues are the one team that could be in that first-round matchup that scare me.
Well, you don't want them because they play the physical style, and they like to beat up the Blackhawks. They like to fight with them. They like to spar with them. You're right. That's when you have.
And there's the Hawks against the potential first-round opponents, leaving the Blues out of it because I don't think they're going to slide to 8. But
yeah, I mean, the biggest problem the Blackhawks have had, even going back to last year in the playoffs, was playing physical teams, where they have, the Blackhawks, a skill team. Not that they have no fight, but those are the teams that give them problems, the teams that push them around.
Yeah, Anaheim, the Kings, and St. Louis are the 3 you would like to avoid as long as you could.
And look, matchups are important, but the Blackhawks have greater sights in the first round. I just look at it like whoever they play, I'm confident the Hawks are getting through that series. And if they don't, then they weren't going to be going as far as everybody thinks they're going to go at the end of the day anyway. So
even though they've had back-to-back eliminations in the first round the last 2 years.
I know you can get goalies to stand on their head and all that, but I'm not sweating the first round. I think this team is that good.
All right, we will have more on the Blackhawks at 6:20 when our CSNChicago.com insider Tracy Myers joins us live from the United Center. Remember, Blackhawks and Red Wings rivalry renewed tonight. You can catch it only one place, right here. Pre-game live with Pat Boyle. Steve Conroy rolls your way at 7. Pat Foley and Edzo have the call at 7:30.
2 very difficult no decisions. Navarro way up in the air to right. Deep, back, gone! Tie ball game!
There's a hero for you.
Fly ball into center. Pagan tracking. Looks back. Can't make the catch. Cubs are going to win it. DeJesus around third. Cubs win. Cubs win.
Well, it was an interesting day for the Chicago National League Ball Club today. Gordon, outstanding starting pitching for the second straight start. Carlos Villanueva was fabulous.
Yeah, but we got
again,
that 9th inning.
You get to the 9th, and Fujikawa can't get the job done.
Fujikawa can't get the job done. Marmol can't get the job done. What are you going to put?
James Russell?
Takahashi in there, Russell. Bowden, I don't know. This is a mess. Of course, it's not like they're going to go to the playoffs anyway. But you thought at least you'd get some consistency out of Fujikawa, and he can't even throw a second pitch for a strike right now. So they're in a lot of trouble. Look at Villanueva's numbers. He was the victim in Atlanta of Marmol's last bad blown save, and that caused the switch of closers. And now we see what happens the next time he gets the new closer that's out to save his win. So. Yeah, it's just one more thing that's a mess with these guys.
You think that Dale's going to make the move back to Marmol? Would he do that?
No.
What happens if Fujikawa
eventually?
Well, let's.
That's strike 2 for Fujikawa, isn't it? I mean, he's had a couple of bad.
Well, that's one since he's
blown save, but he's had a couple of bad outings.
Yeah, but he got the closer job the day after he had bad outings.
This is the first actually blown as a closer.
And they're going to give him a chance. He's still a rookie that's only had, what, four or 5 outings in the big leagues.
Well, it's one of the positions that, as evidenced during the offseason, that Theo Epstein and Jed Hoyer and the guys, I don't want to say they didn't care about it, but clearly they wanted to trade Carlos Marmol for last night's winning pitcher, Dan Herron. So, I mean, they closer's not exactly a spot that they were too concerned about. Like, I feel that, and for some reason, third base.
Well,
as was evidenced by who was starting at third base.
I remember the first year I covered the Minnesota Twins in 2000, and they were coming off a last place season, and I asked Tom Kelly about their closer situation. He says, well, what do we need a closer for if we're going to win 40 games?
Exactly.
I mean, that's what you're dealing with here, and you need it because you can't do that to the rest of the team. You can't just give away the 8th and the 9th inning. You need to have a bullpen that can shut down the late innings just to have a functioning pitching staff. But at the same time, do you need that first-class closer? Is that a priority? Obviously it's not.
And we all know they're not going to compete, but you're getting good starting pitching right now. You could be winning games and just make it remotely interesting, or maybe just upping the value of these guys to the deadline when you make a move.
They should be sitting at 6-4 right now.
Well, they could also come off with 0-6 off that first road trip too, the way some of those games in Pittsburgh went. So I mean, you could look, it's either or, what ifs, but definitely they should have had the one win in Atlanta, no question.
I got one beef.
And the one yesterday. Castro has got to field the ball when he knows it's the pitcher running, and he's not even running. He basically walked out of the box.
And the pitcher has to cover first. He says he didn't get a late start. He busted it after he paused, and that's the third time in 2 starts for him.
He's had a rough
that's
year
a problem
defensively. Even when he's not making errors, he's had miscues this year. That's why I thought today was an important
We're talking
day
Castro
for him.
again, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Sterling Castro. As far as
You're
hitting.
talking about Feldman.
I was talking about Feldman.
Okay.
If you watch the tape, he gets hustles late, but the first 2 steps, it was like
it's like a second thought. And how does that happen right off of spring training?
And that's also the thing with the way the talent is on this team. You expect them to play fundamentally sound baseball. I mean, that's
you
what
have to.
That's right. You have to.
Margins
And that's what
that thin.
Rizzo said it yesterday. He said, the kind of team we are, we have to make those plays.
They're leading the league in errors, aren't they? 10 errors. I don't know if they
correct
today. So I mean,
that's too many. Whether they're leading the league or not
today.
I don't
believe. Anyway, the White Sox were swept in the nation's capital against a really good team. No shame being swept by the Washington Nationals. They may be the best team in all of baseball. The Sox now move on to Cleveland, and they've got to find a way to stop this skid against an Indians team that spent a ton of money in the offseason. Don't know how much they're improved. We'll find out. But Gordon, that Washington team is really
loaded. They were probably a favorite in the NL playoff field going in last year after shutting down Strasburg. And now here he's in it for the long haul this year, and that team is still loaded. I mean, I don't see anybody beating them.
There's no doubt. And Bryce Harper, I mean, I don't know where he ranks right now. If he's not at the top, he's close. This guy, 5 years out, probably going to be the best player in baseball, and maybe by a long shot. Ridiculous talent. Last year, he steals home after I forget who hit him, but he's on third. He gets a huge lead. He's got the fire. He's got the talent. The Nationals are a beast for a while.
He never takes a play off.
Right.
Yeah.
Plays his tail off. All right, so is Alex Rios the best player on the Chicago White Sox? Because when they claimed the contract, that's all they did was claim him off waivers. He struggled, and there were people saying, well, this guy's just a dog, he can't play. And you found out last year he was awesome, and he's off to a really elite start this year.
Yeah, I mean, ever since he tweaked his batting stance last year, and that worked for him this year. Now, everybody thought that this would be the every other year, because that's the way Alex Rios' career has been, where every other year he's been either good or bad. So this was supposed to be the bad year. But if you just look at his approach to the plate, it's such a more simplex sort of swing. His defense has gotten better. He threw the guy out at the plate the other day, and that was something that had struggled too. Like, all of a sudden, Alex Rios didn't know how to judge a fly ball.
He had 2 plays that he threw guys out at second base with great hustle and a great arm.
Oh, right, a great arm and a perfect one-bounce throw to second base as well. So it's crazy that you're asking the question, is Alex Rios the best player? But he since about the second half on, Paul Konerko was the best player for the first half last year for the White Sox, but about the second half on, up until now, yeah, Alex Rios is their best player.
Yeah, but you got to remember, the puzzling thing about this guy throughout his career was why he wasn't always one of the best players on his team. That's how much talent this guy has always had. So, yeah, when he's turning it on and when he's performing like his ability allows him to, he should be the best player, and I think right now he is.
All right, let's move to the big story in baseball, and it's not the Cubs come from behind win. It's not the Sox headed to Cleveland. It is Carlos Quentin and Zach Greinke. This is last night. Quentin hit for the 3rd time in his career by Zach Greinke, and now the fight is on. And on that shoulder that Greinke put into Quentin, he broke his left collarbone. He is gone. It looks at least 2 months, being examined this afternoon again by doctors in Los Angeles. Quentin says Greinke said something to him. Greinke, visibly shaken, says he said nothing to him. And then after the game, sources told me this morning that it got real contentious. Clayton Richard came out with Carlos Quentin to protect him, and there was Matt Kemp waiting for Quentin to go to his car and confronted him. Now, it tells me a lot that Matt Kemp is standing up for his guy. Maybe not the right way to do it, but you can tell that Dodger group is pretty united.
Yeah, no question. I don't know how much Zach Greinke says to anybody, so I don't know if I buy that. But I'll tell you one thing. This idea of you know, Quentin should get suspended for as long as Greinke's out. No, that's ridiculous. That's absurd. The guy that's at fault in this, watch that video again. Look at the catcher. The catcher should have had him bear hugged before it ever got out there.
Wait a minute.
I know.
Stop yourself. Watch this again.
Watch the catcher. Watch the catcher. He's standing there like nothing's happening. Now he goes.
Hold on a second.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's not a tollway bridge where he's supposed to pay to get out there.
You can't tell what Quentin's about to do right there, and he's standing there for two full steps before it matters. That's what you do in baseball. Your catcher protects your pitcher, especially when he's a wispy little guy like Greinke and he's a $140 million pitcher.
Carlos Quentin did not have to charge the mound.
Yeah, you did. Zach Greinke threw
you know
at
what?
him.
It doesn't matter.
I know
it doesn't matter.
I know this 3-2 pitch in a one-run game.
Absolutely. I know that insults baseball.
It doesn't matter. It happens.
That insults.
Do you know that sources in the Padre clubhouse today are saying that Quentin said in the clubhouse yesterday before the game, I'm getting him tonight. I've had enough. I don't like the guy.
Then Greinke probably heard that too. I know this. I know it insults baseball sensibilities that you would throw at a guy in that circumstance with a 3-2 and a 2-out. But you know what? It's early in the season. Zach Greinke has been known to be a bit of a head case. Look where. Also, if you want to go back to the catcher, look where the catcher.
He's been known to be a guy that throws at people.
That's 08 when Quentin was playing for the.
If you go back to the
Sox
play,
and he was with the Royals. Greinke.
Look where the
Quentin
catcher
gets hit by a lot of people. Go look at that.
Because he crowds the
but he's not even crowding the plate
Reed
that much.
Johnson gets hit by a lot of people.
This is 2009.
You could probably do this with a lot of pitchers.
I covered Zach Greinke when he's in Kansas City. The guy is a different dude. He's got a surfboard at his locker. He does not talk. He doesn't have a ton of friends, or at least he didn't in Kansas City have a ton of friends on the team. He's a very intense guy, and he's an excellent pitcher, and he deserved the contract that he got. And I know that you think that I'm curious why you think.
Because I'll tell you why. Because look, if you want to talk about the catcher again, look where the catcher's lining up. That pitch is supposed to go outside. Greinke, you could tell when a ball slips out of a guy's hand. That ball did not slip out of Greinke's hands. He came in. He was trying to hit that.
I completely.
And I know baseball people can't handle hearing that it insults that in that scenario. Why would you do that? But you know what? Like I said, it's early in the season.
I don't think so.
It was an emotion move.
The guy dives after balls. You're going to try. Part of pitching to Quentin is trying to back him off the plate, and he's already diving for balls. That's why he gets hit so much. It happens. And when you're a really good pitcher like Greinke, and you're going to pitch a lot of innings, and you're going to face the best hitters many times, and it's a guy that gets hit a lot, you're going to hit the guy a lot.
Carlos Quinn's the same guy that broke his hand on a bat and took himself out of a pennant race.
Exactly.
I mean, this guy is not the most sane individual on the planet. In the middle of the 6th inning, in a one-run game on a 3-2 pitch, you know
no shot.
I know the unwritten rules of baseball say that you do not hit the guy in that scenario, and I would normally.
So how
agree
long
with
would
that.
you, Mr. Commissioner, suspend this guy for?
Suspend who? Greinke?
Quentin.
Oh, Quentin. I mean, why not suspend both guys?
Why does Greinke get suspended?
Because he threw at him. So why
because
can't?
Because first of all,
before you ever get to the point, I mean, the umpires didn't think so.
We know for a fact that Carlos Quinn charged them out, right?
He did do that. And we also know for a fact that Greinke stood there and said, "Come on, let's go."
No,
Greinke was not. Oh, sure he did. Oh, was Greinke running away?
His first reaction
was
like,
Greinke doesn't do this with
I want you to show me where's the come on.
Maybe he's not doing this. Maybe.
And I guarantee you, he didn't say anything.
Okay, I added that part. But he went after. I mean, he was like, "Let's go, let's fight."
Well, he's a man. He's got to stand up for himself.
He stood there.
But to me, what that says is that he knew it was coming. That he was going to throw at Quentin because, as you said, that Quentin already said he was going to go after him. So why not Greinke go after him?
I disagree with
His first reaction, though, is one of disappointment. Now, maybe he was faking it. It's always possible that guys would do that if they are throwing at someone. But his first reaction, when he's not thinking about anything, is just disgust that he hit him. So for your point to be right, he would have had to have manufactured that moment, which is possible, but I'm going to doubt it.
Also, now you've decided that he was disappointed that he hit him.
Well,
so do you suspend Quentin at all?
Yes.
I guess you have to, based on baseball rules, and you can't arbitrarily say yes. Zach Greinke was
throwing.
Guy
just committed assault on the guy.
I know that Zach Greinke was throwing, and nobody else knows. So
maybe 5 games.
Okay, why should they have to lose $147 million ace, their second best pitcher behind Kershaw?
That has nothing to do with it.
For 5 games, and the other guy's out for 2 months.
He didn't set out to break his collarbone.
No, but
he rushed him out.
There's a consequence for all your actions.
Yeah, but it's a common occurrence in baseball. He didn't, go back to the Soler instance. He didn't take a bat to the mound.
If you walk out of here tonight, and I'm not talking about in our newsroom, if you're outside and you punch somebody and they fall and hit their head and they're more seriously injured, your punishment is going to be far more severe than one punch you took at someone
That's
out
apples and oranges, and you know it. I mean, it is not applicable.
I'll bet you
he went to the mound.
Don Madden
10
won.
games
It was
suspended for as long as
well,
Greinke's
of
out.
course he does, but it was a fluke that he broke his collarbone. That was a fluke, and I'll say this again. That catcher should have been out there helping protect his pitcher. It never should have got that far. And by the time, if he had slowed him down and more people had come out there, Greinke wouldn't be injured right now.
Well, and if the catcher had known they were throwing at him, Dr. Grody, he would have known, hey, they're throwing at him, I better be quick. He didn't even realize it because it was not premeditated.
Honestly, I don't know if the catcher knew that he was going to throw at him because, like I said, the catcher lines up slightly outside, and that's part of why my suspicions are that Greinke was throwing at him. But he blatantly came inside with a fastball and completely ignored where the catcher's mitt was in that case. And then you add to the fact that those two do have a history of not liking each other, that they've almost come to blows in the past.
There's a great chance that Greinke and his catcher have never spoken. Greinke does not speak to very many people. And I mean, the guy mumbles when he does.
So what you're saying is you agree with me?
Bulls
Not
got
completely.
good Nate and bad Nate last night against the New York Knicks. But it was good Nate that helped break another double-digit win streak. Is he the Bulls MVP this season? And should Jimmy Butler be starting from now on? And before we head to break, here's today's Facebook poll question. What's been the most impressive performance so far today? A, the Cubs rallying in the ninth to beat the champs. B, Tiger Woods taking a share of the Masters lead. C, 14-year-old Tianlong Guang poised to make the cut at the Masters. Log on to Facebook, go to the CSN Chicago page. Results updated throughout the show.
Sports Talk Live on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Smirnoff, the most awarded name in flavored vodka. Drink responsibly.
Now this is my kind of night.
I feel real sweet inside. Oh, sometimes.
But then again,
Sometimes.
so is
Wanna
this.
slow it down. Smooth it out.
Whatever your mood, flavored vodka never felt this good. New iced cake and kissed caramel from Smirnoff.
Call Luna now. Flooring product costs are 70% off.
You're hired. Hey, can you do 70% off the noise?
773-202 Luna.
Do you hear Panda Express has a new steak and shrimp dish? I gotta see it to believe it. I've got an idea. I'll cut the power, and I'll grab the surf and turf.
Tasty shrimp with Angus steak. New Samurai Surf and Turf. Only at Panda Express.
Quiet on the set. Take 73. What? It's a... Saving big is no laughing matter. At the Bob Roman Auto Group, over 7,000 new and used cars online at bobrorman.com.
There's only one Bob Roman.
It's a feeling you only get by being here, where friends find each other and rivals jam together. It's hot dogs and earplugs and colors that seem like they have an on switch. It's the swelling in your heart and the rumble beneath your feet. And it all leads up to this. It's race day. Chicagoland Speedway. The chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup starts here.
Another great win for the Bulls last night. They hold off the Knicks, snapping New York's 13-game winning streak. A great atmosphere at the United Center, and a big night for that guy, little man number 2, Nate Robinson, with 35 points. And he was locked in. Tom Thibodeau has said there are times he drives me crazy with some of his shot selection, but absolutely had the United Center crowd on fire last night, Mark.
We should all live our life like Nate Robinson lives his. I mean, this guy's just having a great time out there. He was phenomenal. It was a great game last night. I was there. Phenomenal atmosphere.
That was as entertaining an NBA game as I've seen.
It was great until Joey Crawford got involved and almost ruined the game in the middle of the second quarter. But like vintage Nate Robinson, having the greatest game that he can possibly have last night. Fourth quarter, he comes down with about a minute to go, and he should have shot it out front. He throws it alley-oop. I think it was today. Did you see what Thibodeau did?
Oh, well, he was pulling his hair out, basically.
Yeah, he turns around and hits the towel off of the table right onto the bull in the center court as the Knicks are bringing it up. He's got to go out there, like, grab the towel. I mean, that's what Nate Robinson will do. You're asking if he's the MVP of the team. He can't be the MVP. He's too inconsistent. But when he's going great, it's, I mean, you love him.
Hold on a minute. Who's the MVP of the team? Noah can't stay healthy. Dang's been out.
Probably Carlos Boozer, honestly. Like, I mean, in terms of a guy who's stayed healthy and has been consistent. He's been maddening at times still this year, but it's probably been Carlos Boozer if you want to go consistently, because you're right about Nate Robinson.
I'm still going to go with Nate. For one thing, with all the injuries they've had all year long, where would you be without this guy?
Over there.
I've seen him do this since he was in college. He turned around a program.
Yeah, but there's too many times where what Mark said, where he tried to make that alley-oop in the fourth quarter. It only happened once last night where you were just like, no, don't do that. But there's usually 5 or 6 times during the course of a game where Nate Robinson does that.
But he still brings the electric contribution at times.
Oh, and he's fearless,
too.
too.
Going around and he's doing the wings and all of that, or posing. People love that emotion.
They do. I asked a bunch of the players there last night because I feel like they love it, but they kind of get annoyed by it because they'll be down 20 to Sacramento and he'll still be doing the same thing. Now, if you're his teammate, that's going to drive you crazy. By the way, the MVP, it's got to be Luol Deng. He's playing over 40 minutes. He's been consistent all season long. He's been guarding.
But Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler's been a bench player for most of the. I love Jimmy Butler. Well, that's a tremendous find by Gar Forman and John Paxson. But to me, it's Deng. But
I don't know what he is still. Like, I can't. Like, Jimmy Butler. I mean, he was awesome again last night. He had, career high 14 rebounds, 20-something points. But I don't think he's a 20-something scorer ultimate. I think he's a 9-point, 10-rebound guy on a good night. But sometimes it's hard to tell. And the guy, I mean, he's been playing crazy amounts of minutes, and he's been legit lately. But I still don't know what he is.
I mean, look at those highlights. He's picking up passes, going coast to coast. He's showing tremendous poise, making a move, getting into the lane.
Yeah, back-to-backs like that.
He's hitting threes. There's a spin move in the lane. It's hard. You don't want to put a ceiling on this guy.